Hello, photographers, designers, and other freelance creatives. Welcome to this episode of Coaching for Creatives. I'm McKay. I'm your host. I'm a business coach and the founder of Business of Creativity. And I have more than 20 years as a professional award-winning photographer and almost a decade of coaching and supporting freelancers to earn more money, to have less stress, and finally feel confident in growing their business. And today I want to have a conversation about powerful introduction. I'm sure we've all been in situations, whether we're at a networking event or maybe we're just in a casual situation, and somebody comes up to us and asks us that question. So, what do you do? And you might stutter or stammer and answer, I'm a photographer, or oh, I'm a graphic designer. And you'll get, oh, that's cool. Or maybe, oh, yeah, my niece got a camera for Christmas. Or, oh, I was thinking about doing design. Very rarely do you get the response that you actually want, which is people leaning in and getting excited about what you're up to in the world and seeing how they might be able to support you and your business. This idea of an elevator pitch or those 30-second kind of speed intros that happen at some networking situations, they're challenging and they can be very hard to step into with confidence. No matter what situation you're in, when people are asking you, so what do you do? Or giving you an opportunity to introduce yourself, typically there is 5 specific things that they want to know about you. And however you craft your introduction, whatever framework or formula that you like to use in order to be able to introduce yourself, you want to make sure you are answering these 5 key questions. And being able to answer these 5 key questions is actually integral to being successful in your business. By being able to answer these questions, you're going to be able to say, oh, I know exactly who my clients are. I know exactly how I serve them and what's different about me. And having that clarity can actually lead to more clients, more business, less stress, and growing with confidence. A powerful introduction is one of the tools that I use for my clients to help them organize and focus on what is it that I want to share with the world right now that's going to help me grow and help me reach my vision of where I want my business to be. Not only can a powerful introduction make you feel more confident, like going into a networking situation or a conversation and being able to answer that question. So, what do you do? And be able to answer it in a way that feels authentic and genuine and is clear about who you are and who you serve and what's different about you. No matter what framework you use, these 5 questions are going to help you get focused, help you be more clear, better understood, help you be more likely to actually attract the kinds of clients or referrals that you want to get from any networking situation. And before we get into specific frameworks or how to do it, let's just go over these 5 things specifically. The first one is, who are you? I've been to a lot of networking conversations where people just dive right in and talk about what they do, and they haven't said their name or even their business. This is also an opportunity where I've been to networking situations or introduced to someone, and they tell me their whole life story, or they tell me every single thing that they do. And it can be overwhelming as a listener. When you're answering the question, who are you? Number one thing, try to let people know a little bit about who you are. First of all, your name, and maybe either what you do or your business name. The second question, who do you serve? Who are your clients? And this is the one that is often the most challenging question for freelancers to answer, because a lot of us are multi passionate and we want to be able to serve lots of different kinds of clients in lots of different methods. But the truth is that when you're sharing about who you are, that if you talk about, I can serve these people, it gets again overwhelming for the listener. The idea of a powerful and compelling introduction is to be really focused and really clear about who you are and who you serve. Who you serve might be the description of your ideal client or your ideal prospect. The next question is, but how do you serve them? The next question is, how do you serve them? And by this, what kinds of services do you offer? Sometimes people take this opportunity to really lean into the kinds of ideal outcomes or results or problems or solutions or benefits. And you can use it simply to lean into the kinds of specific services that you do. I do headshots, business portraits, and team portraits. I do character illustrations, book covers, and interior layouts and designs. That might be how you can answer that question. Who are you? Who do you serve? How do you serve them? And then what's different about you? And for a lot of us, figuring out what's different about us doesn't come from us internally. It comes from the feedback that we get externally. It comes from what our clients share is interesting and valuable about us, or what other people say is, wow, you really do that differently, or wow, that's really amazing. And it's probably something where you think, this doesn't feel that special. Getting clear about what's different about you. And then the final question that people are really curious about, but sometimes can feel awkward or weird to share, is how can they hire you? And the most passive thing that you can do is just visit my website. Because by saying just visit my website, you don't really know if they've ever taken that action. You won't ever really know if your introduction was powerful and compelling. I encourage you in that last element of how can people actually hire you, to be clear and direct, to tell them specifically, reach out to me at, and then give them your email address. Follow me on this Instagram account. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Be really clear so that there's no confusion. One of the things that when you're in business or you're in networking is that your audience doesn't want to make a mistake. They don't want to connect you with the wrong kinds of people. They don't want to connect you in a way that isn't ineffective. They don't want to send people to the wrong spot. They don't want to make a mistake. The more clear that you are in your introduction, the more likely you are to get the kinds of connections and referrals that are going to make your business great. Who are you? Who do you serve? How do you serve them? What is different about you? And how can we refer or hire you? These are the basic pieces of information that people are looking for in an introduction. And how you arrange those and how you present them in terms of a framework or in terms of a formula even, that's going to help you be more compelling. So I'm going to let you in on one of the sort of standard frameworks that are used by a lot of people in the world to craft their introduction. And this is typically used somewhere on social media, maybe in your bio line. And there's two different ways of doing it. X, hire me to do Y so that Z, or Z if you're my American audience. Or you could say, I help X do Y so that Z. Making this really clear for you. And so my challenge for you is, can you write down in the comments your X hire me to do Y so that Z? Write it down in the comments. I'm curious to see if you are able to simplify your introduction and focus what it is that you do and who you do it for and why it matters into that sentence. I'll give you a little bit more hints. X hires me, that's going to be your ideal client. In my case, creative freelancers hire me to do Y. What is your big promise? What is the big thing that's going to make the biggest difference for you, for them, for your target audience? Creative freelancers hire me to feel confident about their business or feel confident in business so that they can earn more money, stress less, and grow to their goals and dreams. That was a little weak. Let me try again. Creative freelancers hire me to master the business of creativity so that they can grow with confidence. Very simple, very straightforward. And you can play with it over and over again, that who hires you and what is it that they hire you to do and what is going to be different for them after they hire you? Why are they hiring you? And I promise you, if you can do the work to simplify your business so that you can put it in a very compelling and powerful intro, that's going to bring such relief to you and your business. It's going to help you focus your marketing. It's going to help you attract better clients. It's going to make it easier for people to refer to you. Everything good comes from a powerful introduction. And hey, I get it. It's not something that can happen overnight. It is often something that can take years of practice to hone into, or can take having experts or outside or objective help with it to ask the hard questions and hone it down into something that's going to be a powerful and compelling introduction for your audience. Folks, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here live. If you are watching this as a podcast or you're watching it on my YouTube channel, please do be sure to subscribe and make sure you like and do all the things so that we can get these messages out to other people in the world. We'll see you here next time on Coaching for Creatives.